The difference between dreams and reality is the amount of work that you're willing to put in and the amount of sacrifice that you're willing to make. And people say, well, not me. I can't do that. It's because this person has X, Y, or Z that I don't have, or they came from this family, or they have this advantage, or they made this friendship and that's what opened the door. Well, go make the damn friendship, right? Go open the door. As my dad used to say when I was a kid, wish in one hand and shit in the other one and see which one fills up first, right? You got to get out and go work for it. You got to go out and take action, and you got to do it every single day. And when you look back at your year, how many days out of 365 can you circle in the win column? And that's what it takes. It doesn't take hopes and dreams and going to every conference or learning all the things and becoming, I just heard this one today, an asshole. You just keep asking for information that you never actually go and implement. Hope is not a strategy, guys. Taking action is. I think manifestation is one of the most powerful things that you can possibly do. When you visualize what it is, and whether that's through putting a vision board on your wall, whether it's having what you want on the lock screen of your phone. I do both of those things. I have both a vision board and a lock screen on my phone that tells me my goals, tells me where I'm trying to get to. I have a picture of my vision board on my phone. I started looking at it every day. It reshaped my thoughts. The number that was on that board, it started to shape the activities that I would say yes and no to. And so to me, manifestation is the first part of execution. It's the first part of understanding what is it that you actually want in your life. It's an important part of it. If you can tie the emotions of what it feels like to get that, when you get it, what does it smell like? What does it look like? What does it feel like when you sit in the seat of your new car? Or when you walk in the door of your new house, what does it feel like to walk your kids in the front door of that new house? That will get you through the toughest times when the adversity strikes and you feel like you want to quit. It's those manifestations, it's the visualization that you've done that allows you to keep going during the toughest time. I think patience when it comes to goals is a real dichotomy, right? It's one of those things that if you don't understand how to be patiently impatient, it's going to take you exponentially longer to reach the goals that you have set out for yourself. I think patience is one of the keys to goals. If you push too hard, you're going to destroy the people around you. You're going to have unreasonable expectations for yourself that run you into the ground. But at the same time, being too patient is not a strategy either, because it will just take you a hell of a lot longer than what it should for you to be able to get where you could in a much shorter period of time. And so I think patience is a dynamic that's unique to every person. You have to learn how to push yourself. You have to learn how to give yourself some grace when you're not achieving the unreasonable goals that you set for yourself. Most of the years that I set a goal, if I achieve it, I feel like the goal is too low. So most of the time, I'm not going to achieve my goals, but I'm going to get close to those goals, which puts me exponentially further ahead than I would have been just being patient and reasonable with those. I think it's important to have a balance of not just working hard, but rewarding yourself, because human nature will take over. You will stop making the sacrifices because we sacrifice to get what we want. At the end of the day, if we never reward ourselves with anything, and I know a lot of people have done this, right? They've tried to sacrifice for really extended periods of time that led them to negative place because they did nothing but work. They had zero enjoyment for a long period of time, not a lot of relationships. They blocked out a lot of people. There's an argument for doing that for short periods of time in your life. But I also think that the more powerful way to approach it is to set goals and milestones. When you achieve something in your life, when you put in a certain amount of work, when you make a certain amount of money, to reward yourself, your family, your children with something. Because if you don't live a little, eventually you won't live much at all.
Hey you, what are you doing? Stop what you're doing and subscribe to the channel. Stop wasting your time. Come hang out.